Last week we tested the new Srixon, their most forgiving supreme iron, the Srixon ZXI-R HL, and today we're going to be testing its brother, the ZXI-R, which is designed for, I would say, the more powerful golfer. Somebody that doesn't need as much help launching the ball. We are going to be comparing the data as well, but they look stunning, don't they?
I mean, I'm a bit biased because I own Srixons, but they're lovely, aren't they?
So sometimes when you like unbox the most forgiving irons, you lose some of the features, don't you? The performance irons. But what we're nice to see is they've got the V-sole in here.
Which is incredible.
Which is going to be incredible, yeah, for interaction with the floor, you know, and they've sort of somehow managed to keep the look, you know, of like a ZXI-5 or a ZXI-7.
They don't look too dissimilar at all.
They don't, do they?
Someone who owns them, they're very similar. I
mean, if we just look at the profile from the top, and we will compare these head-to-head with the HLs, they're, yeah, a thick top line. They're aspiring a little bit of confidence there, a little bit of offset as well.
Yep.
But in terms of full cavity irons in this supreme forgiving category, they look nice, don't they?
They do look nice.
Right, I'm going to hit some shots up to that flag. It's 127, and we'll talk about the data when we compare them to the HLs. But let's have a look at this interaction with the floor, because when you move from Titleist T200s to ZXI, you've got a bit of a combo set, haven't you?
ZXI-5 and ZXI-7, yeah.
Your divots literally went from that to halved.
As soon as we tested them outside, it was become apparent, didn't it?
So if you're somebody that struggles with your interaction with floor, you know, sometimes catch it heavy, I think
it definitely helps you get through, doesn't it?
Oh,
it glides a bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Jesus, I ain't zoomed, but I think that's in.
Did that carry bunker?
I think so, yeah.
That must be close, that. I mean, if you just look at that divot, Dan, again, it's so shallow. And, you know, I can get quite heavy as well. But that's a lovely sort of shallow divot and interaction with floor. Oh, that would be beautiful, that. That feels fantastic.
So good.
That's got to be close.
I mean, the worrying thing for me is, I've hardly seen you hit a bad shot with these.
I know.
They're not even, you could say they're not your spec, they're not fitted to you, but every shot you've hit, it's been lovely. I
mean, one of the big, because we have just come off comparing the HLs, and one of the things that we did, we tested both irons, and we'll put the data up on screen now to show some of the differences. There is a big difference in carry distance, isn't there?
Yeah.
So these are obviously a little bit jacked in loft, they're a bit stronger lofted, they're a little bit more powerful, they launch a bit lower, and they spin a little bit less. But the feel, honestly, I couldn't believe it. I had to hit a few balls with we tested them against the ZXI-7. Obviously, Srixon's highest performing club, butter soft. You try them irons after hitting a cavity and you're like, these are really soft. You know, feel-wise,
yeah,
they're not a million miles apart.
I don't want to hear that.
I mean, when we test them outside, I wonder if it'll be different. You know, like when you test them off grass, I couldn't tell much difference.
No,
this new...
Yeah, one's forged, obviously, and these are alloy.
Yeah, this new
alloy,
it's like, in this category of iron, you don't get this softness as a metal. You know, it's like a common occurrence, isn't it? You test these full cavities and they're a bit like pingy or a bit hollow.
A bit hollow, yeah, you feel it in your hands, but...
It's, I couldn't say it straight away. I had to like hit a few balls at ZXI-7 because I was like, surely they can't. They just feel.
Looking at club to see if you've got right one in your
hands.
Yeah,
they're so soft.
Because it's on it again.
Jeez. They're good, them, aren't they? These heads side by side, we've got the ZXI-R pitching wedge and then the HL. You can certainly see the difference in loft.
Yep.
I think the other little slight differences are there's a bit more offset.
And top line's a little bit thicker.
Yeah, on the HL. So it's like supreme forgiveness. Yep. And it actually looks supreme forgiving. It's got that little bit more chunky. It's only a fraction. And then it's the same in the A-tine. The A-tine just looks a little bit more lofted. bit thicker top line and a tad more offset, but there's not a lot of difference, is there?
Nope.
It's very, very subtle. Wow. You know what, like, there's a lot of full cavity irons where you say you'd use them because they're forgiving and you hit good shots like that. But these feel soft.
I'm telling you now.
And that interaction with floor.
Yeah, you're striking these. I'd never admit when you're striking this ball.
Look at that. And they're like... That's incredible.
I can tell we are speechless, or you don't know what to say.
I mean, even when we did the comparison, the back to front numbers were tight, weren't they?
Yep.
They're making these sort of like feel so nice and perform so well. I think you are going to get like a wide range of golfer. I mean, that were a terrible strike. But it's flown.
All right, well, it didn't sound.
But look at the
terrible,
divot.
though.
No, but I'm telling you now, it ain't that heavy. I'm not going to lie. You can tell I entered the floor about an inch too far behind the ball, and look at the divot. And it's flown. Maybe it's lost 10 yards, but I don't think many people are going to carry that 100 yards with that strike. It was really bad. The trajectory and the ball flight
is
incredible,
well.
isn't it? I tell you what, let's show them the data compared to ZXI-7.
Yep.
Because it's incredible. Ball speed wise, in the pitching wedge, the ZXI-R was going 99 miles per hour.
Yep.
ZXI-7 91. So quite a drop off. Bit of a drop off. Now this is the most important thing. Launch with the ZXI-R 23.
Yep.
23 with pitching wedge. So they've launched the same.
Yep.
And I think the most incredible thing, guess which one spun most? Which would you think would have spun most?
I'm hoping you're going to say mine, but...
Based on ball speed, guys, which one would you think is going to spun most?
Well, you'd have thought one with more ball speed.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
And it has. 7,700 backspin.
Yep.
6,700 with yours. 1,000 more RPM.
Yeah.
I think master fitters are going to be loving that. Right. This is an important test because we know that it's quite jacked in loft. Is it going to feel good around the green, or is it going to be fiery? You know.
I mean, you would assume with other game improvement irons it'd be too fiery, wouldn't you? But as we've seen with these.
Well, we've got the V-Sol, so we know the interaction is going to be quite nice. But can we get like a nice muted, soft feel and something that's going to give us a bit of control for these shorter shots?
Yeah, that's nice.
That was so muted.
Yeah,
I've
nice.
actually underhit it.
Yeah.
I were a bit, you know, like thinking, is it going to come off fast? And it hasn't. Maybe that's the face, you know, like the milling in the face, because we're playing a softer swing.
I mean, for a pitching wedge at 30 yards, you're not going to get much more floaty than that, are you?
It's like literally stopping on one bounce, but it's not coming off quick. I'm trying to just land it short of the pin.
No, they're playable, aren't they?
And they're just, yeah, it's just exactly what I'm expecting. I'm not getting anything fiery. And that's the V-Sol saving me there. Hit a little bit of a bad strike.
There's definitely other clubs in this category where you just couldn't play a pitching wedge like that.
No, it wouldn't feel as muted. What I mean by that, it feels soft.
Yeah.
It feels soft. It feels quiet off the face. It feels like I can get a bit of feel and... Yeah, I like that.
Who are you going to get?
Right, I've got Dan's ZXI-7, obviously the softest Srixon iron you're going to get, the most highest performing iron. Is it going to feel much different?
Does it look a bit more scary down at ball?
Yeah, a bit less offset, smaller head. Obviously, because ground's wet, I'm a bit more, can I hit the floor as much? But there's a V-Sol, let's trust it. if you saw the ZXI-R HL review, it was saying how psychological is golf.
Well, it's, don't they say it's like 90% all mine?
We're obviously not playing a lot of golf. My confidence is a bit shot around green at the minute. Or a bit better.
Don't it nearly.
But
I think you're also showcasing a good point, aren't you? Like the HL, it's just confidence inspiring. So if you're not the best at chipping and pitching,
I don't think there's a lot in it feel-wise. That's launching a little bit more.
sound pretty similar.
But it don't matter so much if they're stopping straight away, do they? And they're both stopping, they both feel soft. I'd say the only difference is, and what you would expect, this is just launching, just a fraction more. But they both feel soft, and the ZXI-R definitely is more forgiving. We're going to hit a few shots with the ZXI-R 6 iron. Looks tremendous, doesn't it? I mean, when I put that behind the ball, it looks strong to me. It looks like a 5 iron in loft. Obviously, these irons are available 4 iron down. So I think with a 4 iron being, I'm sure it's 19
and a half.
19 and a half. Yeah, you might have to consider where you start your set, whether you start from 5 iron or potentially start at 4 iron, but it's going to be almost like a 3 iron, sort of 2 iron loft, isn't it? Well, let's see what this flies like. Will it launch like a 6 iron or will it launch like a 5? I think trajectory wise it's still 6 iron. I'd say it still flew like a 6 iron. 181 carry. It obviously is the profiler iron that would suit me, you know, for the faster swing speed. The way I've been playing as well, I could fit into this category. But I wouldn't have expected it to launch so well, to be fair.
No.
You know, when I looked at it, I'd have thought it'd have been tougher to launch than it actually were. Oh, that's flush, that one. That's going to be a great test. So 189, again, very consistent. I think similar sort of launch. .188.
That looks a nice flight though.
Good flight, yeah. They're all launching really well. I'm scared I'm hitting these too nice.
Not as scared as me.
I'm going to actually just try a shot shape because how much...
You're full of confidence now, aren't you?
I don't, yeah. I'm going to try to play a fade. He don't want to.
Dead straight.
But I guess that's what you want, don't you? You're going to try and play a draw. It kind of set off left where I wanted it to, but didn't fade back. So I'm going to try to play a draw. But I think if you're looking for this profile iron, it could be music to your ears. Because it's not designed for really us, is it? Oh, that is sweet. It's just not moving. Stayed right and it like wanted to turn, but just stayed straight.
It's a nice flight though.
So guys, that was the Srixon ZXI-R. Obviously included a little bit of a comparison with the ZXI-7 and the ZXI-R HL. But I think that last test is a massive compliment to our forgiving, where I've really tried to fade one, I've really tried to draw one, and they were kind of staying straight. Obviously for you guys shopping in this category, exactly probably what you want to see. If they would have drawn and faded, it probably wouldn't have been the best for this category of iron, would it?
No, I mean, I never even thought about it like that, but you're totally right. Yeah, people are going to fade and draw it when they don't want to.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's not really doing too much, it fits into this category of people.
Staying pretty sort of straight to the direction that you're aiming. But I think fantastic iron, you know, for this sort of supreme forgiving section to have now the HL and the R to fit two types of different golfer. It's basically...
And be so good across the board. It's just...
I think it's just what the industry needed. You know, every other brand's just got one iron in that category, haven't they? They don't have like an optional lofts like you've got with Srixon. So, you know, going to be very fittable. I think Masterfist is going to love these 2 irons. And I'm just going to conclude by saying, I'm struggling to look where else to go in this category.
Yeah, I mean, you've hit them really well.
If you're wanting a premium product, you know, obviously, yeah, you've got everything in there, and it feels like a really low performing.
Yeah, because there will be some people who want them premium irons, but they're in the game improvement category, and you can't really get both, can you? So you have to...
I think if there's a lot of intermediate and low handicappers that aren't bothered about particular shaping the ball, then they could even move into this category, because you've got the feel, you've got the interaction with the floor. I've struck them fantastic.
You've hit them really well.
I could probably give up trying to shape the ball for that kind of forgiveness and feel myself. So yeah, I'm not going to talk any more on that one, but I hope you've enjoyed that video. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We've got some fantastic series coming up. Obviously, we're in the winter in UK, as you can see, but I've got a really good series coming up. I can't wait to share it, where I'm going to be traveling on a £1,500 budget and seeing how long I can stay in warm weather, showing you every penny that we spend and trying to stay in this warm country as long as I can with £1,500. We'll see you in a few days' time, guys. Bye.